Hello everyone. The course name is Banking Regulation and Operations. The unit is Negotiable Instruments, and the topic that I'll be covering in this presentation is crossing of a check. So what do you mean by crossing of a check? Crossing of a check is the instruction to bank given by its customer on how to give payment and who should be given the payment. So you can see the example here where one person gives a cross check to another person with two traverse lines drawn on the face of the instrument with account pay written inside it. It means that the check is crossed and can be made or paid only to the a person called Ramesh Kumar. So the purpose of crossing is to ensure a more safety or security to the instrument called check, whereby it make sure that the instrument is paid only to that particular person, or the bank is making payment only to that particular person or to his account. So a bearer cannot use a cross check to get the payment against it. And so even if your check, if it's a cross check, reaches into the wrong hands, it cannot be used by that particular person. So this is the purpose of crossing a check. Coming to the different types of crossing can be typically classified into three different categories, which is called general crossing, special or restrictive crossing, and double crossing. So this is how a general crossing looks like. So general crossing is defined under the section 123 of the Negotiable Instrument Act, which says where a check bears on its face two traverse lines with or without the words "and company" or any abbreviation thereof, or the words "not negotiable." So you can see, the general crossing can be done by simply drawing two traverse line on the face of the instrument. You can even write "and company" inside that no two lines, which may no which specifies that the payment goes only to that particular company account. You can even add account pay in between two lines, which makes sure that the payment of against the instrument goes only to the particular person's account. And you can even write the term called not negotiable in between those two parallel lines, which makes sure that the check is not further negotiable, or which is not transferred to a third party again, right? So this is the purpose of doing a general crossing. The second one is called special or restrictive crossing. So it is similar to general crossing. Only point of difference is that it adds a little more restriction or little more stringency to something called general crossing. So in general crossing, if you are drawing two lines, in special crossing you might be writing the bank name inside the two lines. So that is how a special crossing or restrictive crossing is done. Okay, if you are writing "and company" in general crossing, under "and company," if you are adding the bank name, it becomes the special or restrictive crossing. If it's account pay that you are writing inside the two parallel lines for a general crossing, if you write a bank's name under that, it becomes a special crossing. So this is how special or restrictive crossing look like. And it says that where the check bears across its face an addition of the banker's name with or without the words "not negotiable." So the purpose of adding this is nothing but to make sure that the payment is made only through or only through a particular bank. So when I say "and company SBI," it makes sure that the payment of the check goes to the particular company's SBI account only, and not to some other bank account. Right? If I am making a payment to my wife or my husband, and I'm writing pay Mr. Rakesh under that SBI, so it means that the payment goes to Rakesh's SBI account only, and not to his HDFC bank account or Axis bank account or ICICI bank account or any other banks, right? So this is what special or restrictive crossing does. And last kind of crossing is known as double crossing. So this is a crossing where one bank acts as an agent for collection for on behalf of the other bank. So when a check pairs two special crossing is called double crossing. So in this, second bank act as an agent for the first collecting banker. It is made when the banker in whose favor the check is crossed does not have a branch where the check is paid. So double crossing is a process of including two special crossing in a check. So if you are, suppose if you are issuing a check in the name of Mr. Rakesh, okay, and you are special crossing it using the SBI bank name inside that two traverse lines, right? So it means that the check is payable only to the SBI account of Mr. Rakesh. Suppose the city in which Rakesh is residing does not have a branch of SBI. Then in that bank, I can in that case I can issue a double crossing check where I name another bank, say Punjab National Bank, which is having a branch in that particular city, and that bank can act as an agent for collection on behalf of the collecting bank, which is SBI in this case. So this is what double crossing does. So it helps in ensuring that special crossing is done without any constraints by giving a option of adding a agent for acting as a collecting agent on behalf of the collecting banker. So this is how the various types of crossing functions, and this is how crossing can help the customer to ensure the safety for his payment against a check. So this is about the different types of crossing and how the crossing can be done. Thank you so much.